Here's the intro.
Stink, stunk, think, thunk, tank. It's time for Thunk Tank.
Hello, welcome to Thunk Tank. My name is Calvin, and I'm me again.
My name's Andreas, and I'm a tiny potato.
No, you're not.
My name's Eric, and I still remember the early 2000s Flash animation Salad Fingers.
No one, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Andres, do you not know Salad Fingers?
No.
Hey, Calvin, you know Salad Fingers? You know Chapter 12 just came out like 3 days ago?
No way! Are you
He's
serious?
making that. He's got like tons of Patreons paying him to make that shit.
That's crazy.
Wild, huh?
That is wild.
But here's my thunk that I got as we were warming up to do the intro.
Yeah.
Because this is important.
Sure.
It's a molded like foam block that looks like folded laundry that you place on top of your unfolded or dirty laundry to make it look like you're organized for like video chats.
Oh, it just has a big pocket inside it that nests over everything. Yeah. That's a good
Hides
idea.
Things, disguising them as clean folded laundry to make you look organized and competent.
Fake organized clutter.
Yeah. I'm busy, but I'm neat.
But you're not. But you do.
Or you
look
could
that
just
way.
get your fucking shit together. But like
That's not gonna happen.
one
That's
or
not
the
gonna
other.
happen. Look, nobody's getting their shit together.
It's like even lower effort than like getting a hollow coffee table and throwing all your shit in there for your video conference. It's like, no.
I feel attacked. I feel fucking attacked.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like there's more mess that's off camera than there is that is on camera. Like it's much
That's good.
worse.
That's the way.
Yeah, but like you can't hide all your mess, so just put some fake folded laundry on top of it.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant first thunk.
Yeah,
It is. I'm going to read you a thunk I have right here that I wrote down. So it's a life exchange TV show where two people from different social standings switch places, kind of like wife swap.
Sure.
We call it life swap,
Uh-huh.
right? And ideally, you have them both come from professions that aren't related, and then they have to like do the other one's job.
There's a lot of drama there. How
But I don't even know anything about being an EMT.
No.
There's a lot of complications here.
Yeah.
Like the wife swap one worked because the wives didn't have jobs, mostly.
Their job was
They were all like
housekeeper.
housewives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could have it be where we call it life swap, and it's people who are like currently out of work swapping their life with someone who's like, independently wealthy.
Better one. Mansion swap. You have millionaires swap mansions, and you film them as they bitch about each other's mansions. Fucking poor ass bitch couldn't even spring for a heated pool.
I hate how good an idea that is.
Oh my gosh.
People would watch the shit out of that.
That's amazing.
Fuck. I was gonna have like a whole socioeconomic disparity kind of thing where you put a guy who lives with 4 roommates into a Lamborghini, and a guy who owns a mansion now has 4 roommates.
No, but it's so much better because like people love like the cribs kind of thing where you're going in and you're checking out. But what they love even more than that is finding out how much of an asshole some other rich person is. And this would just be like solid like it just hits on so many levels. Just hearing somebody complain about something that is like so outside of your even like realm of thought.
God, it would. I'm so looking forward to some dude's butler being an asshole to someone and like super condescending.
Butlers tend to be amazing.
Yeah, I know. But I feel like if I was paying a butler and I did mansion swap, I'd be like, you
Go ahead and roast
fucking
the shit out
own
of those
him.
assholes.
He is not in charge of you. Look at me. I'm in charge of you. He's not in charge. You do what you want. This is your vacation. There are no rules.
Oh man.
Oh, that would be great.
It's a good
That's a
it's a good show.
Oh, we should pitch that to like True TV or something.
Problem is, you can't motivate millionaires to humiliate themselves on television with money. We'd have to find something else.
They're not there to humiliate themselves. That's the thing.
Yeah, but they know they inevitably will because that's how reality TV works.
No, maybe
I bet you could get like B-listers or C-listers.
Right.
You know, they don't
millionaires.
Well, they don't necessarily have a mansion, but like they've got a really nice apartment or there's a lot of millionaires out there, a surprising number of millionaires. You only have to have $1 million to be a millionaire.
One lousy $1 million. Anybody can have that.
Well, it's surprising how many people's like grandparents invested wisely 100 years ago.
Yeah, none of these people all these people, they don't have anything else better to do.
Yeah,
that's
and they
that's the trick.
Are terrified of losing their status.
Yeah.
They want to be famous. Maybe famous on TV. Yeah. You know what? The ones who want to be famous on TV are the ones who are gonna absolutely like roast the shit out of each other's mansions.
Yeah.
I'm liking this idea more and more.
Yeah, I think it would happen because you're not getting like the I'm a self-made, I have a company and I work really hard. You're getting like the trust fund kids.
Yeah, and you're also not getting like old money probably.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Decorum and tasteful mansions aren't going here. It's the assholes who want to show off their shitty McMansions.
Someone that bought a stretch Hummer, not rents. They bought it. They knew they were going to use that in the future.
Yeah, it's cheaper to buy than to rent your stretch Hummers. Duh.
God, fantastic. Anyhow, that's a really good idea. Calvin, you're the only one that hasn't put an idea forth. And unlike every other episode, I brought an idea this time, so I do feel like I can hassle you about not having an idea. Because now I'm punching down.
Yeah, see, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
I do. I hear what you're saying, and I feel like I do have an idea somewhere deep within my subconscious, but I'm just waiting for it to surface.
That's fair. I've got another one if you want.
It's got to come.
You
up
want me to? Yeah, I'll give it some space.
Yeah.
Some space. So we run a get back to nature retreat for like business people where we just make them work on a farm.
Haven't we had that one?
I think people are kind of doing that.
Also, didn't we have that already?
They are. It's just free labor though.
Didn't we
Look,
I think we've done this.
Useful labor, though. Yeah.
Well, you guys are both really knowing my my yes and here, but okay.
Okay. Yes and is there anything stopping Batman from resurrecting his parents?
Ra's al Ghul has a pool, right?
He does.
Does it resurrect people?
Of resurrecting people in that universe as
well.
well.
Yeah.
Cremation is the problem.
I don't think that would stop Batman. With sufficient preparedness, I think Batman could resurrect his parents.
Right. So what's going on there?
Yeah.
Maybe Batman just doesn't want to be happy.
Yeah, no, there is. So he's come to a realization about the time that he got to the mental and physical peak that allowed him to stop all crime, more or less.
Crime is continuously happening, and he's just punching the criminals.
Right,
but okay.
Yeah. So, but the at that point, he also realized that like he is essential to the universe continuing to function and for justice, and that if his parents were undead, then that motivator would go away and the world would be in peril.
So I'd actually like to point out I don't think I've ever seen anything where Batman is sad about his parents being gone more than like a normal amount of reasonable sad. Like he's come to a pretty reasonable place in his life by the about midpoint in his batting career.
Okay.
Right? And like
I would say he's
normal
permanently
people
messed up, you know?
go through, well, you say permanently messed up. I think to get to the point where he was mentally and physically able to do it, he isn't like all jacked up. He's pretty much at peace. He did a whole lot of weird Zen shit and training with like, ninjas and shit. I don't know. I feel like he's probably okay with it. Like he's sad. Yeah. And he's really doesn't want it to happen to anyone else. And that's why he's there punching the muggers repeatedly every time they do it, even though they don't learn. Has anyone pitched Batman, but he does murders?
I think that's the latest couple of Batmans.
No, but I mean, I don't mean like he occasionally kills people. I mean like, you're mugging someone, he just does a murder. Like every single criminal he just kills.
There's other superheroes for that.
There's also been like comic book alternate universes where Batman's been a raging psychopath.
Well, here's what I'm suggesting is maybe that works really well. Because the amount of crimes in progress that he stops is outlandish, right? There's no police station has ever like had that type of response rate. The man regularly shatters every window in Gotham as his supersonic jet goes through the streets to take him 3 miles away faster than anyone could ever go.
He's precognizant. He knows these crimes are about to happen and he stops them. It's the only way he could get to them in time.
He's unaware that he's precognizant, though, right?
He is definitely unaware that he's precognizant.
Hard disagree. I think he spends most of his time listening to like wiretaps and shit and is showing up just late enough for the crime to happen so that he's justified instead of just assaulting some dudes who are walking near a warehouse. But yeah, he's the greatest detective. And you just see like, 2% detecting and the rest of it is punching and I don't know, chemistry, I think.
I think the greatest detective name came from when detective and punching people were sort of synonymous. That's like what detectives did.
Still is.
Well, perhaps, but they're not allowed to anymore. Like, the facts might be detectives do a lot of punching, but the reality is they're not legally allowed to be doing all that punching.
Just like I'm not allowed to cross the street outside of a crosswalk, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got my idea.
Okay. We bought enough time.
It's a superhero movie that subverts the subversions of superhero tropes. So like basically it's like a commentary on the superhero meta, which was to go from like really good guys taking care of things to kind of like what if they were really bad guys doing the hero stuff, or like going like gritty, and then it went from like bright comic book characters to gritty to like bloody, horrible, like they're really the bad guy kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
And now I want to take it even one step further around and take all the tropes from those, like, oh, they're about to do, like, they're just going to rip this guy in half and blood's going to go everywhere kind of things. Like, you put in all the, like, steps so that you're and the music so that you think those things are about to happen, and then they don't. They just don't happen, and they've saved the day.
What? Let me pitch you on this. What about someone who I think thinks that they're a hero and acts like the old school hero, no real violence, and like, ties them up with girders, which, by the way, when Superman wraps a steel girder around some criminals, right?
Okay.
How the fuck do they get him out without hurting the guy? Like, you can do it, but like, oh God, that's not
Jaws of Life, right?
Why can't they just wriggle out?
Oh, that's a good question.
How does he get the girders tight enough that they can't just wriggle out?
Because he's crushed their ribs into them and they're bleeding to death internally. Yeah. No, we all agree. Anyhow, so he thinks he's a hero.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's good, except he is in fact a villain, and he is misunderstanding everything and maybe slightly insane.
Yeah,
but
that's basically that's just the subversion of the original, right? I want to subvert the subversion
by just not.
But just not like, yeah. So you leave it all like gritty and everything, and then you like there's these moments where like other people leave the room and he turns around and he stares at this guy or whatever, and he starts moving towards him, and you're like, oh, okay, I see where this is going, and then it doesn't go there. But over and over again, like multiple times throughout the show, you're like, what the hell what is up with the music? It seemed like he was going to like tear that guy to pieces, and then he just didn't, and everything was fine.
Is he also super ineffective?
No, he's like it's subversion of the trope. So like he's like very powerful.
Like, but is he effective?
Yeah, Superman style kind of like thing, right? Where it kind of keeps getting ominous, and like he's gonna go over and he's just gonna like kill a guy, right?
So it's like The Boys, but Homelander isn't evil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that exactly. Okay. Subvert the subversions.
I don't know that the subversions have been around long enough for that to be effective, but I really like this idea.
I want to get on top of that idea before. So we got to start working on that now in order for like when that trope has died out so that we're ahead of the meta. That's the idea.
Right. Like when everybody expects superheroes to be evil just by default, it's like, ha, surprise, it's the Snyder Cut, bitches.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, have you watched the Snyder Cut?
I have.
It was not bad.
I enjoyed it.
Like, it wasn't worse than the original cut, that's for sure.
That would be a sad day if you watched a 4-hour movie.
It was definitely better. It was definitely better than the original by a considerable amount.
I didn't see either of them, so I'm just not.
Yeah, don't bother. It's not worth it.
I mean, I haven't seen most of the new superhero movies.
Yeah, superheroes are for jerks
and children.
So, I've seen superheroes all of them.
Children.
So I've enjoyed them very much.
Only idiots and nerds talk about superheroes and superhero comics. So, why doesn't Superman learn magic?
Oh, do you mean like sleight of hand magic? Because that would be awesome.
There's real magic that exists in universe that can be learned by anybody who studies hard enough.
Yes.
Superman is hyper intelligent, super learning speeds.
Yeah.
He should be able to learn magic because magic is his only weakness. He should learn magic.
He can't.
He can't. Thing to do.
He can't.
Why not?
It's a part of his power set. I say, look, it's magic that powers Superman.
No, it's the sun.
Yes, that is the magic that happens. There's no scientific reasoning for the sun giving.
Crypto rays.
No,
his Kryptonian DNA is powered by the sun.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. That has to be magic. That's definitely magic. So what I'm suggesting is,
if everything that doesn't make sense is magic, then there's a lot more magic going on in comic books. It's just like everything is magic.
There's a lot of
Batman is magic.
I mean, you've already talked about him being precognizant, and I think that's a magic.
Okay.
So, okay. I'm saying
everything is magic.
In the thunk tanked interpretation of comics, I'm guessing that Superman is magic, and that is why he can't learn magic. It's an inability.
He's made of magic, so he can't do magic.
Yeah, he's basically magic incarnate.
Well, he is also all-American, right?
Yeah, are you saying magic is un-American?
I'm saying that learning new things is un-American.
No, please don't say that.
All right, anyhow. It's a funny joke.
Funny jokes.
We're this is satire.
And fictional.
And fictional. I'm a fictional character.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
That was Thunk Tank. See you later, guys.
Thanks, guys.
We're out.
I'm so full of more
thunks,
though.
Let me just roll the outro.
Me.
No? Okay.
All right, one more, Eric. One more.
So many
Better
thunks.
not.
People are talking in like legitimate news sources and like not actual news, but like opinion pieces. They're talking about privatizing the moon to fix the world's economy.
Yes.
And I think they're jumping the gun, and we should first privatize the ocean.
Oh, that could destroy the environment, though.
Already destroying the environment. If people own it, they have a vested interest in it not being destroyed.
They don't.
That's probably true.
They don't. They
do, though.
I don't think they do.
Well, they have a vested interest in people who own the neighboring bit of ocean, not overfishing that bit of ocean, so they can fish in their bit of ocean.
Who the fuck's selling the moon? The U.S.?
Nobody's selling the moon. That's the dumbest idea I've ever fucking heard.
No, it's not. That's real estate that we have been buying for years, goddammit.
Look, just because people have been buying it doesn't mean selling it's a good idea. And nobody has the right to sell the moon. There's an international treaty. You can't just fucking sell the moon.
Oh, well.
It's literally illegal to privatize the moon.
Thank God. But, I mean, thank God we have that. And we don't have that about rainwater, but like, whatever.
It might be legal to privatize the ocean. I don't know a damn thing about maritime law.
I think maritime law says, shut the fuck up, you're on my boat. And that's about it.
That's all I know of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
everything's allowed on a boat.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want when you're a captain of the boat. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, my point is if you privatize the ocean, like, you can't kill that dolphin. That's my dolphin. I own it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to kill it and sell it.
So if somebody else kills my dolphin to harvest their tuna, I can sue them. This gives tremendous financial incentive to not fuck up other people's shit.
To be fair, it would be very funny to buy like a line, down the Atlantic or something. Like a 20-foot by
20-foot strip of the ocean across the entire ocean.
Yeah.
Charge people for crossing.
Nope. No fucking crossing.
No crossing. I patrol it with gunboats. Like 20-foot strip of the ocean.
Yep. I patrol it by myself. But no, that would be interesting. Charging people to pass through the ocean. This is a very bad idea.
Well, it's just about as bad an idea as privatizing roads, and people are trying to do that too.
Oh, that's stupid.
Are these stupid?
Are these libertarians?
Yes, mostly.
So is their response, I don't want to pay taxes on roads. Instead, I'd like one person to buy the road and take care of it?
I think there could theoretically be competing roadway services. Roads as a service. Pay your subscription to Roadflix.
God.
You don't like Roadflix? You gotta go with Amazon roads.
Oh, they got potholes all over the place. Jesus.
So that's how we get hover cars, though, I think.
Ooh, right, to beat the potholes. That'll help because efficiency.
So I think that's the future that we want to head towards, right? We've got the cyberpunk dystopia. We need the flying cop cars.
Yeah, that's true.
Flying cop cars and robots. That's where we need to go.
I was told
they can't charge me a toll if I don't touch their roads.
That's right.
Yeah, I was told there'd be more noodle shops and neon signs, and I'm currently upset.
That's coming. That's for when China takes over America.
Oh. To be fair, they kind of did suggest that in a lot of older sci-fi dystopias.
Oh, so no. Well, if you're talking about like Blade Runner, there's a theory that the events of, what is it called?
The new one?
No, the events of the other Philip K. Dick book, High Castle.
Oh, the Man in the High Castle.
Man in the High Castle. I couldn't think of what it was called.
Oh,
Man in the High Castle, where the Nazis basically win World War II.
Mm-hmm.
They take over the United States, and
Japan takes over half. Gotcha.
Yep. And that's where you get, like, and then after that, when that falls apart, the corporations take over.
Right.
You get
that makes sense.
The cyberpunk corpo kind of thing.
That makes perfect sense. I would us take that to be true. I wouldn't buy it though, because it's shitty for everyone.
But that's how you get, and then Alien and those series of stuff, they happen in the same world as well.
So do they happen after Blade Runner or before? Probably before, because of the android tech, right?
They happen afterwards. The big companies can get androids off world fine. So they have
No, I mean the android tech. Remember one of the crew members was an android in Alien?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Weyland Yutani, yeah.
Yeah. So
like after the android ban, Weyland Yutani can still get androids because they're not getting them on Earth.
Yeah, but their android wasn't that good, and he was full of fucking milk.
He was. They're
like
all
a shitty android full of milk.
They're all full of milk. That's what they have inside of them.
Why the fuck do we talk to them about turtles for 20 minutes? We just poke them with a needle and see if milk comes out.
Yeah. You could do that.
Fake it. They'd fake not milk coming out.
Yeah.
They just like tense up really hard and have blood come out instead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What you do is you kill a bunch of humans and then you drink their blood, and then the blood is inside of you.
Was Dracula an android?
Yes.
Probably time traveled from the future.
It's the only thing that makes sense because vampires aren't real, but androids from the future are. Yeah.
Provably robots exist.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So why the fuck did Alien happen after, I guess? Because they have worse computers.
Do they?
Yeah.
No.
They have worse UIs, that's for sure.
Well, yes, that's an old hauler. It's like an ancient truck that's going out. Like the ships that they have out there, the companies aren't paying for like upgrades. They're not putting in brand new computer inside of that thing. Think about the computer tech that was on that Deckard had in his apartment to like scan things and stuff. It's like and like it's like scan lines going down and stuff. And it's on a CRT. They didn't develop this, like certain types of technology didn't get developed in that future after World War II.
Because the Nazi scientists stopped working very hard because they won.
No, they were really good at engineering, but not electronics.
Yeah. Computer tech didn't get boosted up. So because a lot of the like computer scientists defected over to the US. So like von Neumann and stuff like that. These people who were the beginning of computer technology, they aren't doing their stuff. It's a major setback for like transistors and things like that.
Yeah, all these sci-fi future computers are probably like mechanical.
I mean, wasn't this
very
space
small
shuttle's
gears
computer like literally woven out of copper wire instead of being an actual computer?
Wait, which space shuttle in real life?
Yeah.
We're talking about real life space shuttle computers? I don't know.
Yeah, because it was actually lighter to make it out of like literal wires and weird gates than to make it digital.
Like circuit boards?
I'm not sure what you're talking about there.
Me neither.
You might be thinking of the memory systems that are like a grid of wires with the little magnets on them.
I can't Google things. I forgot.
Yeah, I don't know.
This week's Thunk Tanked homework assignment, figure out what the fuck Andreas is talking about.
Yeah. You friendly listeners at home.
Everyone, not just the audience, all of us.
That's also
what the fuck Andreas is talking about.
Yeah, that's pretty much every episode that's our homework, but this is a special case.
This is one I think I might actually know something about. Could be wrong, but I think so. Yeah. But like I know the Nazis invented the tape recorder as a efficient, good audio device.
Did they really?
Yeah, we had tape recorders, but they sounded like garbage.
Oh, they like refine the read-write capabilities?
Yeah, the reason we have like cassettes that actually like work and sounded good were because of literal captured Nazi technology.
Oh, that's nice.
And what the fuck's his name? Some American radio host guy. I'll remember his name. Very famous.
I'm
Used to
gonna guess
sing.
it's either Art Bell or Casey Kasem.
Neither.
Oh,
He used to sing. He hosted like a radio hour.
And we're talking like
what we're talking about.
World War II era?
1940s.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. He basically he was doing 2 live performances a day. And
he wanted to do one?
He wanted to tape it, yeah. And so he ended up funding the guy who brought the cassette tape back. Well, they weren't tapes, they were reel to reel, but who brought this machine back. He ended up funding it so that he would have more time in his day.
Laziness is the mother of all true good inventions.
Right?
I agree. Laziness, that's how my whole life works. Intense laziness.
His thing also invented laugh tracks.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
At least used laugh tracks, and I think was the first people to use laugh tracks. But like they were the first people to have good audio recording, so I'm assuming. Could be wrong.
Yeah.
Though.
So there's a part of me that every time that you say a fact, just goes, yeah, that's probably not true.
Did you know that that limes are just underripe lemons?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, remember we used to do that.
We did. That was a recurring feature on this show, but we didn't do it anymore because it got really confusing.
2 fake facts and a real one or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. I'm gonna start doing that again.
Yeah, I'm for that. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Painful as it is, I am for that.
Speaking of recurring bits that we
oh yes.
I'm going to consume this.
Well, tell me about it first.
It's a Toro energy drink.
It says bison on it. Is that right?
Energiante, I think. Is that the correct pronunciation? Content de la taurine. I assume that's Spanish, and I'm pronouncing it very wrong.
I think taurine's bad for you.
No.
Taurine comes from bulls.
I don't think it does. I think it's radioactive.
It's not. It's not.
It's not.
It says drink with moderation, so it can't be that bad.
What's the caffeine content on that? What's the milligrams for?
I don't know. Ingredients: treated water, carbonate, sugar, energizing salts, citric acid, natural and artificial flavors, coloring, vitamins, sodium benzoates.
What the hell is energizing salts?
So, meth in its crystalline form is a salt, right? Is it a salt or
caffeine? Might be a salt. I don't know how chemistry works.
What makes something a salt? I think it has. Is it sodium in it? Is it sodium has salt is salt, or is it a structure? Is it structure based? I don't remember chemistry very
in
well.
my head, a salt has to be crystalline. But that can't be right because
I don't
there are
think
many
all crystals are salts.
Exactly.
I think all salts are crystals, but not all crystals are salts.
I wonder what the differentiation is. What's the categorizing?
One of us should become a chemist and learn what the fuck a salt is.
Fucking not me.
Until then, this energy drink does not say it contains caffeine.
It's energizing salts.
It's totally got meth in it.
God, I'm really. Hey, does it taste like meth?
Don't know what meth tastes like. Tastes a little bit like fruit punch.
Is it caffeinated?
Like,
I mean, sorry,
carbonated.
I meant it's carbonated. I don't know why I said
yes, it's carbonated, but I can't taste any caffeine.
Yeah, well, yeah. In general, you don't. So,
this tastes like caffeine.
I think if there's enough caffeine to taste, you are already dead.
Yeah. Oh man,
it tastes like fruit punch.
Okay, I mean that doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a drink.
All right. What would you rate it?
Middle, like B- or a C+, somewhere in there. It's like, yeah, if it has caffeine, it's a decent tasting energy drink. If it doesn't, it's a weird energy drink that doesn't have caffeine in it.
Energizing salts.
Those contain energizing salts.
Can I get permission
no other
to
soft
Google?
drink I know of says that.
Yeah, I need to know what an energizing
Google
salt
that.
is. We've got to know.
Yeah. If it's just caffeine, I'm going to be so disappointed.
I've got a Amazon listing for Epsoc Sport Epsom salt for athletes.
Okay.
Energizing detox bath salts.
Yeah, don't look for something.
Energizing bath salts.
Bath salts.
What is it? What?
So if I lose my shit and eat somebody's face, this should go in evidence at my trial.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
So it wasn't intentional. And I didn't realize energizing salts were bath salts.
I think it's important to show the whole episode at the trial.
Sure. Okay.
No, Your Honor, we're getting there.
This is how we get our viewing numbers up. I submit all 150 episodes of Thunk Tank as evidence at my trial.
Oh God, they definitely could convict the shit out of me for whatever I've done. Your Honor, the defendant is clearly insane.
No, Your Honor, it was just a joke, you see. I think I'm funny. I know I'm not, but I think I am anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what energizing salts are.
Me neither. But they taste like, I don't know, fruit punch. We're good.
Fuck it. Nothing that tastes like fruit punch could be bad, right?
I don't.
It's like fruit punch lifesavers.
Energizing bath salts is something that also confuses the shit out of me.
I think that's like hippie woo-woo jumbo nonsense. Like, oh yeah, it'll give you energy if you do it. Health food stores love selling shit that claims
who the
to give you
fuck
energy.
Takes a bath to get energized? Who's like, I'm gonna lay in this warm water so that I can get up and go? Like, that's not a thing. No one relaxes for 20 minutes so that they can have more energy to get more stuff done.
I mean,
I think maybe some people do.
I mean, I took a nap today, and that was the entire purpose, so I could get up and do more stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you're exhausted, taking a bath increases your energy. I don't know.
Sure. I guess that's probably true. I just feel like it's a weird
pain. If you're in pain and the Epsom salts help, you'd feel less pain and therefore more energy. Maybe. I'm not an expert.
I'm sorry. They're selling me bath salts in fluid ounces.
Those are the good ones.
I've got options of 8, 4, and 16 fluid ounces of bath salts, clearly pictured in a jar. Now, I understand that the jars have ratings, but surely it should be by weight, right?
Yeah, it should be.
I think you can't sell stuff by the fluid ounce if it's not a fluid, right?
There's
gotta be rules.
Madness. All right.
Well, I guess fluid ounces are a measure of volume, and if you're selling by volume, even a solid could be measured in fluid. It doesn't seem right, though. Does not seem right.
There's got to be a scam out there somewhere where we buy a certain type of thing in one,
take a small amount out each time, and resell it.
It's not just that, but switching from the actual weight in like grams or whatever to fluid ounces and sell it again, even though it's switching between volume and
I've got it. You're right. You're right on the money. We should start selling liquid bath salts.
Only if they're cheaper that way.
Way cheaper. You're just diluting bath salts.
So it's watered down.
Yeah, like detergent.
Like detergent. Almost exactly like detergent. Yeah, I see.
Yep. I feel like you can do that with a lot of things, though. Can you do that with perfume? A watered down version of perfume?
So that you need to put more of it on?
Right, it's very light and you wouldn't do that.
Body spray, done.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, that's fair. Yeah.
Okay. What we're trying to do is we're trying to say, here's this concept. How can we make a dumb amount of money watering things down? That's the idea.
Soup. We buy Campbell's soup. We water it down. We recan it. Sell it.
Buy concentrated soup. Add water. Sell it for profit.
Unconcentrated soup.
Yeah.
Unconcentrated soup. So you're selling the water as well.
Yeah.
Single serving.
Your money.
Single serving of soup.
Actually, I bet if we like did something to make it so we could say not from concentrate, we'd really start giving people a run for their money. You know, Campbell's would be scrambling to talk about how their soup is not from concentrate.
It's concentrated. That's like 90% of what they do.
What? Making soup or Campbell's?
Concentrated soup. Campbell's concentrated soup. It's all concentrated.
Really?
Yeah,
almost all of it. Some of it's not. That's like, whatever, their new marketing bullshit.
The whole not from concentrate? Yeah.
The whole, you don't even have to add water. We're good to go. But it's kind of like what they did for most of Campbell's soup's lifetime has been condensed soup.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, because everyone has water, but not everyone has soup.
That's a white privileged view of the world. Many people in the world don't have water. But
they also don't have soup, so it doesn't matter if the soup is concentrate.
That's awful.
I mean, you brought up the people that don't have water.
You were ignoring them.
They don't have soup. If they had soup, the water would be a weird outlier.
Oh, man. I've been sitting here.
Now we're going to get a lot of tweets from people who are like, fuck you, I've got all this soup and no water.
Hey, guys, if you have soup and no water, tweet at us at tankthunk.twitter.com and all that shit.
I've been sitting here trying to think of a new topic for us to get us away from this.
No.
Can we give Texas back to Mexico?
I mean,
yes, but Mexico doesn't want it. Actually, does Texas have anything other than oil and like a booming entertainment industry?
They have a lot of guns.
I don't think that counts as like a exportable market.
Yeah, what are you trying to? I'm not sure what you're trying to get.
I'm saying, why the fuck would Mexico want it?
Other than the historical reasons. Used to be part of Mexico. Maybe they want it back.
Oh, like Russia.
Yeah, also there's lots of Mexicans there, like people who are either illegal immigrants or legally immigrated to Texas.
It's true.
Or lived there historically their families lived there when it became part of America and wasn't Mexico anymore. Or during whatever, right? Like historically, there's a lot of people in there who maybe Mexico wants it back. It's pretty.
I guess it is pretty. I would like to bring up that there's a small island that at one point in time belonged to Japan a long time ago.
Okay.
And is currently owned by Russia.
Okay.
And recently it was brought up by Japan that, hey, if we're doing the whole that used to be ours thing, that used to be ours. And I'm very excited about that one.
Well, it would be interesting if Japan went to war with Russia. Wouldn't be good.
No,
it would go very, very badly for everyone involved.
I'm also, I'm excited for all of that because the moment we start that as a rule we have, like Rome gets a lot of shit.
Not really, because it used to be somebody else's before it was Rome's. Though giving America back to the natives seems like not a bad idea.
God, do I have to go back to England and like Norway and I don't know where I came from historically.
I don't know. Maybe
Germany.
I know what the rules of land back are, but land back.
I think we should make it so nobody owns land. I think that would work out.
Ooh,
would
interesting.
Work up until people tried to sleep in my house. Like, no, this is my house.
Yeah. So the reality is that you only own things that you can
protect,
right? If you
and that's why I protect this entire country.
Sure. So the idea is though that like, you know, we're a part of a system. There's a government, and they say who owns what and things like that, and it puts the whole structure in place.
Yeah. Societal.
So all of this conversation seems very meaningless the more I think about it.
Yeah. The whole Star Trek thing where no one owns anything is
no, that could work. That could work because it's post scarcity.
No, it's not post land scarcity though.
Yeah, it is, because there's like an infinite amount of planets and we can terraform them.
Oh, right. And we just let all those people die all the time. I forgot about this.
Wait,
We've
what?
had this conversation.
What those people? Oh, okay, right. It's actually dystopia, not a utopia, right? Okay.
Yeah, we did that one.
We did that episode.
We did that. All right.
I think Thunk Tank's over. I think Thunk Tank's over. Like, you know, this is the last episode.
Did you learn anything?
Is this the last episode? Did we finish all the Thunks?
No.
Stop trying to kill Thunk Tank.
Stop it. You shut your mouth.
I have such a list.
No, we'll this is a special episode.
Is it?
So, we didn't want to say it in the beginning. We didn't want to spoil the surprise. This is a special shit episode for our Patreon backer that we got. This one's just for you.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't very good because it wasn't for everyone else. So we didn't put a lot into it. But Mickety Mackety Markety, you're our hero.
You're
Thank
the
you.
reason we keep going in spite of Calvin wanting to kill us.
Yep. Calvin sends me death threats every once in a while.
Look, I don't.
I ignore him.
Look, I just
sometimes he calls me in the middle of the night and he tells me he's outside and that I'm going to die. And I tell him, no, I'm going to end. I'll see you on the podcast tomorrow. Hope you have an idea, motherfucker. And then I hear him crying in the background before he hangs up. But, you know, we do this for you guys.
Wow.
Calvin wants out.
I just want to confirm that all of that is true. That all happens. It's real.
Regularly.
All the time.
All the time. Every week.
Well,
yeah.
What did you guys learn? You guys learn anything? I learned that energy salts are something I want to sell in my online store.
Yeah.
I just feel like calling it that makes everyone very, very interested.
Interested and concerned, yeah.
They will pay a lot of money to get what is actually caffeine and I think table salt.
Yeah, if it's just actively like you just somehow chemically mix up like salt and caffeine, and then it's like that's not a separate ingredient. It's just one thing, so we don't have to show you how much caffeine is in this.
I would like to say, as long as you can get it to like mix evenly, right?
Yeah.
And then have enough so it's like at the lethal dose of caffeine, you're also hitting the lethal dose of sodium. You know, at that point, it's fine. I think you don't have to worry about anyone having too much.
Yeah. So it may have seemed like I came up with this, but what I actually learned is that Superman is made of magic. I didn't know that coming into this. So.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
I learned that Calvin agrees with me that Batman is precognizant.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. That's also something I learned. I didn't know I agreed with you on that, but I do.
Well, tune in next week because this is Thunk Tank,
Wait,
and we do it
this episode.
Oh yeah, we need a thumbnail too.
Tune in next week until we know what we're doing.
What is even the thumbnail for this?
Oh,
Superman in a wizard hat giving Texas back to Mexico.
No, it's a big Patreon. It's a big Patreon logo. Oh, that's pretty good.
No,
I think it should be a big Patreon logo and like some money. And the title is How to Get More Patreon Subscribers. Because we got one and now we're experts.
We sold out.
Sold out.
I really do want to find out if I can make a thing where like it's Superman in a wizard hat and he's picked up all of Texas and he's actually
giving
flying
it back to Mexico.
He's flying. You can see below him there's Mexico.
I feel like he should just be handing it to someone. Probably in a sombrero.
Then I'm not doing that.
It gets weird, but like, how do you symbolize?
No.
He loves Speedy Gonzalez.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Dude, I don't know if that's true.
They do. Like when
it sounds racist when we say it. Like
they pulled Speedy Gonzalez for racism, and then everybody got upset. It was like, no, we really liked him. He was like a positive role model and shit.
He was a hero,
or like a positive representation. Yeah, like
I guess
cultural hero Speedy Gonzalez.
Interesting. Okay,
this is going to get me canceled in like 10 years when that becomes inappropriate to say.
I feel like that's some bullshit. Looking back on it, being like, that's no longer cool. And it's like, well, I'm no longer currently saying it. Weird how that happens. You know,
it's okay. As I get older, I'll just get more angry at the youth and woke cancel culture. And I'll eventually start a right-wing lunatic podcast where I say the exact same things I'm saying now.
Oh, yeah. Except you just say, I'm just asking questions at the end of it all.
Why can't we just give Texas back to Mexico? I'm just asking questions.
Why don't you want to buy my house that's under 4 feet of water? I'm just asking questions. That was a deep one. All right. Thank you for listening. This has been Thunk Tank. We're here every Tuesday at 6-ish.
Yeah, or 7 sometimes.
Thursday.
Who knows?
6, unless
Eastern.
an episode of Salad Fingers comes out, then it's 7.
Right.
Yeah. Or if the moon's in retrograde.